Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'd like to thank you all for listening and joining us here on the Gunline for your midweek memo for November 18th, 2020. Full disclosure, today is November 17th, so it's the day prior, but it's the afternoon. Anyways, if you did listen to the fucking video I put out, I got a bit of an agenda that I want to discuss before we get into our conspiracy theory agenda bullshit. All right.
Hey, real quick. I'm sorry. Before you get into anything, let me just say congratulations on 5,000 listens.
Thank you.
It's not a fucking crazy amount, but still, I mean, it hasn't been going long, and for a local thing, 5,000. I mean, you got to be happy with that.
Dude, I am. Honestly, I appreciate you bringing that up. I did the math on it, and I've got 82 episodes. This is actually episode number 83. And that rounds about 60, an average of 60 listens per episode. So
that's good.
I mean, you know what? I haven't been doing this very long, only about 9 months. So I think that's pretty good. And, it's not about the quantity of people because I don't want just every shitbag. It's not meant for everybody, So it's just a special, special populace. And, I'd like to thank you for being part of that as well. As a matter of fact, you're part of the of this chain that we're calling on the gun line. And Kowalczyk, thank you. Your contributions on the midweek memo definitely brought along a lot of people. And yeah, man, thank you. And your support is welcome. Thank you all for listening, since he interrupted something that I was going to bring up later on. But thanks a lot.
Hey, I didn't want you to skip over it this week, man. I didn't want you to. I thought about it, hey, let me get this before he goes on, and then we forget or something. So
I got the shit written down this time. We're not fucking.
Okay.
But no, thank you. I appreciate that. And with that said, since he came in without me even introducing him yet, I'm your host Lopez, and with us co-hosting is your favorite recruiter that would let in a looter as long as he can be a shooter. It's old JC Cruz on the line here with us. And yeah, man, what's good, bro? How you doing today?
Working, man. Just got off leave. Second day back at work, dealing with these fucking shit starts as soon as I get there. You know what I mean? It's dealing with kids trying to join the army, knowing they got charges, they're hiding from us, and got a kid, 2 kids so far already tried to join the army. We did their checks, found out they're still on probation.
You see, and this leads right a great segue into one of the fucking topics that I wanted to talk about. First things first. All right. We will touch about the simulation world. We will talk about that. We will get into the Mandela effect. We will talk about that. We will get into free will. All right. Those rounds are still on the ready rack. However, we had 2 fire missions, priority targets that came in. One being recruiting and the standards that they're holding. Bro, it kills me that the Army is missing out on a quality pool of candidates. All right. Now, I get it. Now, just hear me out. All right.
All right.
Hear me out. I'm not talking about violent felons. All right. I'm not talking about, fucking, abusers, or fucking spousal abuser, child abuser. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your fucking run-of-the-mill criminal, your fucking petty theft, your grand theft auto. I'm talking about those type of candidates. Yeah, they may have made a mistake in the past, and maybe they rehabilitated, but those are the motherfuckers that you want because they're the ones that are willing to take risks. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be the ones that they know that this opportunity that's been given to them as well is something that they can exceed and excel in and make the best out of it. And I think they will make good quality soldiers.
Okay. So 2-part answer. Kind of goes along with some of the things that you said. So one, I'll give you the negative side of it. Okay. I think that it's seen as, if you're kind of like that, you already have a problem with authority. Following rules and authority is just a big part of the Army. You know what I mean? And there are a lot of people who do have a problem with it. That being said, I do know some people who were able to get in with waivers. A lot of people did some fucked up stuff. They were just never arrested for it, who actually did make great soldiers. I've also known people who I truly believe have no place in our society someone in particular I'm related to has no place in our society because he cannot function. Yeah, you went straight for 5 years, but then you were right back to being a fucking piece of shit. And who knows? And if all it takes is that one little mishap, that one little stressful event to make you revert back to that, which I do believe in. Eventually, people will be who they are,
Yep.
given whatever stressors, whether that's a good, bad, whatever the case is. People are going to be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
If it does take just that one bad stressor, so I think a lot of times they just don't want to take the chance. Now, we also have situations like so there's people. This is someone I worked a while back. Guy got arrested for domestic. Okay, he never touched her. He punched the car. Cops show up. They still arrest him for domestic.
Wow. So
And
there
now
goes.
we have a heart. Yeah. So they say, oh, we take everything into. We take the whole concept, the whole person
Right.
concept. We take it all into account. But then you'll disapprove shit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I've given you like proof that this is a good dude now. Like, he is.
Right.
He didn't even do anything that bad. It's just unfortunately it's on his record. And you're right, they do fuck people over, and they will not let them in because there are a lot of people who did do dumb things because we all did dumb things,
Yeah.
and we're not always bad people, and they won't let them in. I think that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, especially
Now,
nowadays. And here's what pisses me off, though. I mean, they were good enough, and healthy enough to go in during the time of war when the bodies were needed.
yes,
And,
yes,
but all of a sudden now we're going back to garrison army. So there's going to be an attrition rate of combat ready, combat effective soldiers who are already out there, tried and true, and been there. They're going to be getting out or going to be getting QMP'd. You know what I'm saying? And so what sucks is there's going to be another war eventually. All
yeah,
right. And so it's going to be left with a bunch of fucking soldiers that are, and again, this is just my opinion, my uninformed opinion, that it's going to be left with a bunch of fucking soldiers that the army is more of a corporate, versus killing motherfuckers. And that's what's going to be sent out to war.
well,
Motherfuckers that ain't ready for it.
the signs are already there. They're already turning it into a corporate thing and more, and not an army,
Mm-hmm.
not someone whose job it is to fight bad guys. They're already trying to make it like a corporate thing, and
Right.
that's one of the sad things about the army. Now, another thing about that, what you brought up about people who are ready to do it and get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to something with, I believe it was Jordan Peterson. I'm pretty sure it was him. Okay,
Love Jordan
he
Peele.
was saying, yeah, he was saying how the mind of a bank robber and the way stuff is processed, like for the mind of a bank robber and the
Mm-hmm.
mind of a special, like a Green Beret,
Mm-hmm.
they're not that different the way they operate and process information.
Okay.
Whereas certain situations could happen that would make you and I nervous or make someone else, they would be nervous in that situation. They would panic, maybe. The way their brains are wired, they're both wired the same in the sense that they don't get nervous about that situation. They're not worried about that. Fuck it, let's do it. Or
Right.
they're still gonna do what they're supposed to do whenever shit hits the fan. Like,
Right.
so the way that smart criminal, that guy who has no problem doing crazy shit is wired is the same as your special forces guy or your Navy SEAL
Mm-hmm.
who's, or fuck your Rangers for that matter,
Right.
who their only job, well, let's just go with Rangers. Their only job is to fuck stuff up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
The brains are wired the same. So
Right.
there is always that argument too. Like, whenever shit hits the fan, these are going to be, sometimes when shit hits the fan, you want people who are capable of doing bad things without,
Exactly.
thinking
You
about
want
it.
us to be violent, when it's needed, but then all of a sudden you don't want the violent person anymore,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, you got to have control, obviously self-control of this, but I just think that there's a big pool out there of candidates that are being left out because of minor dumb shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. If it's a non-violent crime, you should definitely be allowed in.
Yeah.
Like, it's oh man, there's, because we, like I said, we all made dumb decisions. Maybe we all got caught when we were younger. So
Yeah.
we should definitely make a lot more exceptions for these people, like non-violent crimes, especially like weed. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Fucking weed. Like, that's weed or pills or something like that.
Well, let me ask you this, man. How soon will it turn into where the army's going to start looking at motherfuckers' Facebook accounts 8, 10 years ago, in the past, and say, "Oh, you said this. That's racial. So now you're disqualified permanently because
Well,
or you took this picture glorifying this, or you retweeted this. So now you're automatically disqualified?
So right now, I think you do. It does happen right now in like certain jobs, top secret clearances. They look
Right.
at everything. Okay, like they showed up to my neighbor's house when my son joined. He has a top secret. They showed up. They talked to every one of my neighbors. Like they
Right.
deep dive into him.
Mhm.
But I do think sometimes we can see that issue in us. Every once in a while, you might see something in a newspaper about. It's always a high ranking, like a colonel or a general. He said this. He said that, and yeah, and sometimes you are being judged in the world we live in now, where you could be judged by just preconceived notions of whatever organization you want to, you want to pick.
Yeah.
They like, let's say the army decided, hey, we're going to work with the Southern Poverty Law Center, and they're going to help us decide who are the best people. And Southern Poverty Law Center says everyone's a fucking extremist if you're not like on board with that, you know.
Right.
Um, and I do think that I think you're right. I think it is going to come to that. It is a fear of mine that it will come to that, and someone will look and someone will report it. I've had people report stuff to me before from an applicant
Yeah.
or someone who was joining the army. Some people, they took screenshots of her Facebook and sent it to me, and a couple of our other guys said, "This is the type of person you're putting in the army," and this and that.
Right.
For one, I'm not about cancel culture, so
Right.
that was just it. Two, it wasn't that bad. Just because you like to interpret it in a bad way, or you like to say like no, you can't do that. So we blew it off. I talked to him. I just told the person, hey, and I actually had that have that talk. Hey, it's a new world. You got to be careful on social media because people will spin whatever they want.
I'll give you an
But I
example,
do
dude.
think, huh?
I'll give you an example. Sorry to cut you off. I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, let's say I'm a teenager. I'm 15 years old and I'm really digging the Proud Boys. All right. And let's say on social media, I follow them, I fucking share their shit, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say a couple of years pass by. I'm 18 now. I want to join the military. I mean, this is what I feel eventually is going to happen, that recruiters are going to go ahead and be like, all right, let me get your motherfucking passwords, or let me go ahead and see your social media, what you got going on there. Oh, you know what? It shows here that you were a Proud Boy supporter or you like them. What's that about? Or do you hold these views? Are you racist? So that's what I'm thinking it's going to go into eventually.
Yes. Well, because it's happening in the real world right now.
Right.
And the army, the people making decisions and trying to do stuff are trying their hardest to make us look like we're a corporation
Right.
or we're something else, you know. And it's like right now in recruiting, we have a designated virtual recruiting team. Okay, every battalion has one. U Strike has a bunch of people that work on it. Okay, and that's all they do. Virtual recruiting. They send out shit ton of messages. They check out. They get blueprinting information. Which by the way, we've done blueprinting information on anyone who's ever worked in sales, or if you ever do cold calls, you have blueprinting information on all these people, and it's very genetic, very broad
Yeah.
examples that you're given. Okay, like this guy, segment code 43, lives in a trailer park. They like to watch The Price is Right and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They read things like this,
Yeah.
and this is typically what they drive. I'll get a script like that. And now with social media, how long before those social media guys who work for the army are looking into a little bit more like, oh wait, actually he did like a Proud Boys post. He liked the Gavin McGinnis post.
Right.
Hey, go ahead and block him from our systems. Like, how long until that happens?
Exactly, dude. And that's fucking shameful because, like you said, the cancel culture, it's hitting. I mean, look at what they did to poor Kevin Hart. Dude he
Yeah.
was supposed to fucking host the Academy fucking Awards. And because of a tweet from 8 fucking years ago, which
Yeah,
was
that's
obviously a fucking joke, they like, nope, can't have them. Dude, America, get your head out your motherfucking asses, y'all.
yeah.
You're fucking killing me. And it takes me to another thing, man. I mean, these hard charging individuals are the motherfuckers that are going to go out there and do their job and not be pussies about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that are straight pussies in the military. They're already here. They're there in the army. Work with a lot of them. Work
Yeah.
with a ton of pussies. They're big all about all that talk, but once that bullet whizzes by, holy shit, it's not Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers. Anyways, that was my take on that. I just want to talk about that for a few minutes because this could be a whole podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something we can discuss at a later date. With that said, I want to go ahead and move on to another one, man. And this one bugs the shit out of me. And it has to do with fucking awards and decorations and shit. Give you an example, for example. Okay, just a quick example. One of my old soldiers, Loomis, boy was a fat body. Fat fucking body before we left to Mosul, fat body while we were in Mosul, fat body when we got back from Mosul. All right. The boy was just big bone. It wasn't that he didn't try. The motherfucker did try, to lose the weight. But we got blown up. We had a small incident and he earned his CAB. All right. And long story short, Colonel said no. He, according to regulations, is not authorized to receive that because he's too fat and it's flagged. So wait a minute. We're going to fucking deny this guy something that he fucking earned. All right. It's not like he didn't earn it. It was earned. But yet then we'll go and give, I'll throw S1 out there. Give them a fucking Bronze Star for a lot of paperwork that they did.
Dude, I cannot fucking stand this Bronze Star shit. Like, if you're an E7 or above, lieutenant, whatever, like brand new lieutenants coming back with Bronze Stars.
Mm-hmm.
He was the FOB mayor. What the fuck? Oh my god! And I've actually heard stories of Bronze Stars being turned down for E6s. Like, oh no, he's not a high enough rank. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, it's what a fucking load of shit. Just not everyone should just get a Bronze Star because they're toting this shit. Hey, I got a Bronze Star, and that sounds good to people on fucking who aren't in the army on Facebook. Oh, yeah. But all of us know, oh no, you didn't do a fucking thing. You just, you were the FOB mayor, but you happen to be an E7.
Yep, exactly, dude. And it's become pretty much a joke to me when I see somebody with a Bronze Star. I'll be like, oh, okay, you must have been assigned first class on deployment. That's the only thing, unless I see a fucking V device on your motherfucking on your decorations or your awards, it's just an attaboy. That's all it's become.
Let me tell you what the new standard is: MSMs.
Oh,
MSMs. People are getting these like crazy. Okay, especially so the new standard when it like comparing to your peers, if you're in USAREC and all these other, do you have an MSM? These motherfuckers are recruiting. Why the fuck would he have an MSM? But they've just created that new standard where everyone's getting fucking MSMs for fucking leaving recruiting if you did really well. It's like, are you fucking high? Oh, it drives me crazy, man. Like just being alive isn't reason for a fucking award.
Dude, where does it fucking end, bro? And again, it pisses me off because I think about it like this, bro. You got Joe out there pounding that ground. You know what I'm saying? Going on missions, going on patrols day after day, putting his life out there on the fucking line, firefighting occasionally because it doesn't happen every day like they show in the movie.
Yeah.
But what does he get when he goes home? Hey, ARCOM for your deployment medal. Yep. Okay. ARCOM. But yet you got a S1. I always shit on S1s, or let's say even a fucking PA, or what do they call it? Physician assistant, or fucking even a PAO, all right, a fucking photographer. They'll, because of the right rank, if you're a fucking first lieutenant or above, you're going home with a fucking you're going home with a Bronze Star.
Oh yeah.
For fucking what? Not one.
Exactly.
What did you do? Oh shit, you got great footage of that fucking tank that's right there still and not doing anything. A static fucking display. That's a fucking that's an automatic fucking Bronze Star. Meanwhile, like I said, you got fucking Corporal so-and-so out in the fucking field, getting shot at, dodging fucking snipers, getting shot at by Dishkas, but hey, he gets a fucking ARCOM.
Yeah, it's a goddamn joke, man. It is such the Bronze Star thing, and now what I'm seeing with the MSM, just to be competitive with my peers as a senator, I have to have an MSM. How the fuck would I have ever gotten an MSM? Like, realistically, maybe it's just that old school mentality, and
I didn't
change with the maybe I haven't changed with the times, and I hate that they say we should change with the times. I don't think we should, because us changing with the times is creating the change in the times. You know what I mean? If that sounded right.
It makes sense.
It makes me sick, man. It makes me I hate it. And it's hard. And then And I've actually reached that point in the Army now where I'm the old school guy. Yeah,
Nah,
I'm the old school guy trying to talk about, oh, this is trash. This is this. What are you talking about? AAM? You got 5 AAMs where you were here? Bitch, we didn't.
motherfucker, dude. Dude, I mean, goddamn. I remember going to the field as a private. You worked your ass off just to try to get a coin at the end of
Yeah.
the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
at the end of the time in the field, and those were hard to come by was catching a fucking coin. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My coin collection is very fucking small. I got maybe a total of like 15 coins. And
Hmm.
because I mean, those were hard-earned coins, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, dude. It's just it bothers me again that you're a sergeant first class, you're on deployment. You know what? They start doing the write-up as soon as you touch down.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
those that don't fucking know, while you're deployed, you start fucking filling out your goddamn award about what, 3 months in country, 6 months
Oh,
in
yeah.
country.
Yeah.
You
That
start
stuff's
filling out
already
your award,
done.
you know.
It's,
So
but like I said, and even though, maybe they are giving it away. Maybe they are giving it away. But to tell me that you're not going to give it to someone else because he's not a high enough rank,
mhm.
show me the fucking reg that says that. I
Now,
promise it don't. It's not there.
how about you just give a motherfucker what they earned? You know what I'm saying? Give a
Yeah.
motherfucker what they earned. You know,
Hmm.
if that motherfucking E7 was hot garbage and all you did was leave him in the talk because he was a liability out in the fucking out of the wire, give the motherfucker an AAM. Give a
Yeah.
motherfucker a COA. Oh, you don't have to give everybody a goddamn bronze star, silver star. You know, you don't have to give them that shit. Give the motherfuckers what they goddamn deserve. Because I'm sick of this shit, bro. I'll tell you what, it pissed me off when I saw about that black dude, the motherfucker, the infantry cat, that what's his name? Sergeant First Class Cash.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, the one I've been seeing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
dude, this motherfucker burnt over his body on fire, still going into the goddamn Bradley vehicle, pulling out his soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So that they
Hmm.
would live. Here we are, so many fucking years later, and they're barely converting it to a goddamn Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's
What more did this motherfucker have to do? You know, he's on fire.
it's
He's pulling out his soldiers. When they take him to the cache, first thing he asked for was, "How's my soldiers doing?" You know what I'm saying?
hmm dude. It's they act like it's costing them money. Like you're taking something from me by me approving this fucking award. No, it doesn't take anything from you. It doesn't cost you anything.
God damn.
Sign the fucking paper. It's
Yes.
it's an issue for me. Maybe now that I'm recruiting, I don't take so much issue with it now as I did before, as when I was on the line and I was
Yeah.
deploying and I was seeing this stuff in my face all the time. But still, it's like, why? It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't nothing to approve that award for someone.
Right. Dude, and again, it's something that they fucking earned. It's not something
Hmm.
that is political. It's not something that, he sucked dick for. It's not something he was a nose kisser or ass kisser for. It's something that was fucking earned. So give the goddamn appropriate award. Fuck the rank. Give them motherfuckers what they deserve. Oh,
Yeah.
he's a fucking first lieutenant in deployment. Oh, he had all these responsibilities. Yeah, so did that E5. That E5 had a lot of
Yep.
fucking responsibilities,
And
you know?
I don't know if you've probably seen it before. I've seen it firsthand. Where yeah, E7 maybe he was supposed to have a lot of responsibilities, but he failed at those. And it was an E6 who stepped up and took charge of the situation, who was making sure things were running smooth, who was doing all those duties. But
Pre-
yet that fucking E7 got that fucking bronze star.
Yep.
E6 was got an ARCOM. Same thing as the fucking talk. The
And
fucking guy working guard the whole year.
dude, motherfuckers that are does fucking checking IDs at the DFAC, bro. How does it feel to know that the motherfucker that was just checking IDs at the DFAC, letting motherfuckers in, checking your uniform standard, making sure you weren't in PTs when you went to the DFAC, that motherfucker is getting the same goddamn award as the motherfucker that's in the Humvee rolling out the gate, playing fucking dice with Satan,
Yeah.
getting that fucking, that same fucking award are equivalent to each other.
We had a guy get an ARCOM. He shouldn't even get your only job. Your only fucking you couldn't be trusted with anything else. Your only job was to fuel generators to make sure we had fucking power. Okay, because we had the little small generators
Right.
powering everything, and why is it twice a week generators are fucking dying? And you're like, oh, what? Thought I just no, goddamn 100-gallon fucking tank. You didn't just do it, okay?
Oh,
And because we had a separate tank, so we had the generator. We
yeah.
had a bunch of them because we didn't really have the big stuff where I was at in Afghanistan, and they had a separate tank that sat next to it that the fuel came out of,
Okay.
and it was like 100 gallons or something like that. Bitch, they're dying twice a week. It's your only fucking job.
One job, dude.
Hey, the motherfuckers who actually go on missions, all I want to do is have some light so I can play spades or watch a goddamn movie in bed. Watch fucking Lord of the Rings trilogy for the 10th time. You know what I mean?
Are we getting back into a trilogy conversation now?
By the way, we left that out. By the way, did we? I think we might have left out Lord of the Rings last week.
Man, fuck Lord of the Rings. I never watched that
No,
shit.
no, fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here. Lord of the Rings. No, I'm not even gonna touch that bullshit. But with that said, one more thing I'll touch on. And this one, I saw it on Smoke Survival Guide. They had it up there on the Facebook page, and it got brought up. It's the motherfucking St. Barb. St. Barb's, bro. I'm kind of pissed that I never got it, and that one pissed me the fuck off. 10 years I spent in the field artillery. 10 fucking years. Top Gun, fucking trained a brand new sergeant to fucking chief a goddamn section in 1 week. I trained him how to fucking not chief the section, but how to properly be a chief of a M109 Alpha 6 Paladin. All right. And of course, it's not going to be all learned, but he got enough to fucking certify. You see what I'm saying? Within 1 week, certified him and his crew.
Yeah. Well,
and,
I can.
I ain't done yet. I ain't done.
Go ahead.
And fired rounds in Mosul. I don't know where the fucking rounds were. I don't know if they were calibration or they were fucking what the fuck they were for, but I was firing rounds. So I fired rounds in country. And here I am. I never got a motherfucking my St. Barb's. However, and if you're listening to this, Smoke Anderson, I'm not hating on you, but he's an infantry guy. All right.
Yeah.
He was infantry, and he deployed with us to Afghanistan because he was the maneuver platoon sergeant. When we got back, he got the motherfucking St. Barb's. Meanwhile, he did 1 year with us as an artilleryman. Gets a motherfucking St. Barb's. 10 fucking years. Trained Afghans to shoot a goddamn Russian D-30 after learning that piece in 1 fucking week. Meanwhile,
it's so funny. It's an artillery thing. If you're proficient and you're showing, oh God, you see, man.
But meanwhile, don't let it be a fucking first lieutenant, who's been with the battery all 1, 2, 3 years.
Yeah.
Bam. Here you go, sir.
One thing, it's fuck. So I work with a couple infantry dudes. There's a name for the CIB guard. The people trying to, they call it a CIB something. Not EIB. For the expert infantry battery, the CIB, not a guard, EIB, like they're trying to stop other people from getting it, especially if you're not an 11X. There's a name that they have. They just used it the other day, and that's what it is, man. And it's so I just got submitted for a thing. Okay, it's a recruiting thing. Maybe it's a USEREC, like recruiter of excellence thing. Okay,
right.
This is the 3rd time my first sergeant has had to submit my name for it. Okay, and since we're sucking each other off here, okay, telling each other, like 2007, I was the top station in the brigade. 2018, I was still the top active station in my company. Lost a lot of recruiters, didn't have the ability to put as many in. I took over a new station. I brought them to one of the top to top 10 in battalion. They'd never made mission in their lives. I've won boards. Pretty much they made me. Yep. Hey, you want me to take this test? 90% of people have failed. I'll take it. Yeah, I passed it my first try. 3 times he had to submit. There's a lot of stuff. And like I said, I hate to be boastful and I hate to come off as a a douchebag, but I'm really good at this job. Like I'm really good at this shit. And but 3 times it took him to send it. But yeah, I see EO reps who just happen to be buddies with Sergeant Major are fucking getting it. And I've seen these guys getting it's like, dude, You recruit out of Fayetteville or fucking Clarksville. You have
Right.
numbers on the door. People have to take numbers when they come in. Like, all you know how to do is process a packet. And if they're dirty, you won't even help get them in. You'll just send them away.
Right.
And
Dude.
yeah, so it bugs me, man. Like, it bugs the shit out of me. I don't know about this guy. What the fuck do you want?
Dude, exactly, bro. So that's what pisses me off, and I'm glad I got that out of the fucking way because I was heated, bro. I was fucking heated when I was thinking about it earlier, and it's just like, fuck, dude. I can't stand it when soldiers are not given the award they should have fucking received, and
Yeah.
and it's nothing against officers. Officers, hey, you do have a lot of responsibility. You do have a lot of shit on your hand, that you have to do. Got it. But to say that this motherfucker's been a first fucking lieutenant, deserves a St. Barb's over that one staff sergeant, got it. It used to be E7s and above that used to get that shit, but I didn't make E7. All right. So, but I was good at my shit. I was good at my shit. So, anyways, I'll leave it at that, man. Maybe it's all just fucking part of the programming that whoever is fucking controlling us is doing, So that's how we're
Yeah. Maybe it's
segue.
part of the simulation, man.
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and move into this simulation world. Dude, I tried Googling it. Not Googling it. I tried YouTubing this shit. All right. And for those that don't know, and thank you guys for watching here on the YouTube. And if you're listening to on the podcast, I appreciate y'all listenership for that. And now we're going to segue into our topics that we were supposed to talk about earlier. And one of them is going to be simulation world or it's a simulation theory.
Yeah, simulation theory. Let me say simulation theory, simulation hypothesis, whatever.
Can you give me a quick definition of it? What is it?
Basically, okay, let's say right now. Okay, so right now you see how technology is advancing for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's advancing at just a astronomical rate. Okay, like over the last 20 years has been just fucking the last 10 years. Okay, and so the idea is, what if technology has advanced so much that our future generations have gotten so smart and so good at what they're doing, they can make a simulation of Earth and life on this computer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, we're so far advanced that what if the simulations don't even know they're simulations? They think they're living lives. They think they're living a normal life. What if we are that simulation that future generations have created? We just don't fucking know it. We think that we're real, but we're actually just something that was programmed by our ancestors.
Right. And so I saw Neil deGrasse talk about something like that, and I can't break it down the way he did because obviously he's Neil deGrasse Tyson. So, but he said,
Yeah.
if that was the case, we're either the originators or we're the last ones trying to figure out how to do it, how to make that simulation world. So, in other words, there's a 50-50 chance that is a true hypothesis or that the theory could be correct versus it being millions of chances that it is. But it's funny right now that you were mentioning that. You know what it reminded me of?
What's
Our
that?
favorite cartoon, Rick and Morty.
Oh God.
Did you see the episode about the batteries, about how they make
Oh,
electricity? A
yeah,
world
they made the
within a world.
Yeah. And then that world made another world. Yeah,
Yes.
that was
So that's what it's reminding me of, dude. Dude, it's crazy to think that, though. Just imagine that. I mean, if it was something that was programmed, so we would just basically everybody else would just be drones then, right?
I think everyone is a part of the simulation. So maybe there are no actual bots who are just doing sorry, a huge Texas took over my screen. Sorry about that. I don't think there are any bots. I don't think there's any. I think everyone is a part of the simulation and nobody knows. So no one's actually playing an active role, or they're all playing an active role. I'm sorry, but it's not like the video game where you have the secret villager doing this little thing and hello, citizen. I don't think it's like that, but everyone is a part of it because, like I said, the technology and we can power that type of system. It's gone so far that we can do that.
I don't know. I just think that if it was a simulation, that just having the discussion of it being a simulation world would cause a reprogramming.
Yeah, like exactly. Like when does stuff just take over?
Right.
Like, cause artificial intelligence. There's always that fear of artificial intelligence. If we start recognizing, wouldn't that be the same concept of artificial intelligence becoming
Sentient.
self-aware, like a computer or something?
Yeah, dude.
Um, and
Dude,
what's to stop us from taking control of the simulation if we once we find out and learn that we're a simulation?
but see, that leads into something else. That leads into fucking shifts in the fucking matrix, bro. Kind of like that cat. It's a
Yeah,
Mandela
yeah.
effect, bro. It's the fucking Mandela effect. Have
All
you read
right.
up on the Mandela effect before?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, I got sucked into a quick fucking. I've been for like the past 3 years, maybe four, looking into this Mandela effect shit.
Hmm.
And before I continue, we had someone reach out to us and say, I don't think the recruiters are the ones who suck. Well, some of them suck on life. But, anyways, but yes, the army is bringing in weak people. So I'll read that to you one more time. I don't
Yeah,
think
let me
it's the recruiter that ones who suck. Well, some of them suck on life. Anyways, but yes, the army is bringing in weak people. You
so
should know
I'm
whose
gonna say
accent
I
that
know
is.
who said that. I know who said that by your accent, by the way you work. He because he writes like my dad did. He wrote in an accent, which is weird. And I also know that he works with recruiters.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly
Um
who it was.
and yeah, hey, you know what? Some recruiters suck. Some recruiters do fucking suck. So it's
Dude, Pooty just went recruiting.
yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
Good for him.
okay. We're getting sidetracked again. Fuck it. Tell me what were you going to say? The Mandela effect.
Uh Mandela effect. Okay, yeah. And it's so and once it's brought to your attention, you're like, "Oh wow, what the fuck?" Like that's I actually pulled up the 40 Mandela effects, okay? And I'm going to
Okay.
say without even reading this, I know it's going to be on here. The biggest one for me.
The Bearstein Bears.
And that's a big one. That's a big one, but no, the biggest one for me cuz this gets quoted a lot.
Okay.
Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh
Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I know it's everyone is always quote Luke, I'm your no, it's no, I am your father. Or
I don't know.
Luke, I'm your huh?
Go ahead. Dude, you're the Star Wars nerd.
Let me see. Yeah, so there's no Luke in that. So okay, I'm actually pulling up right now. So it's
Right.
just I. There's no Luke. It's just I am your father. There's
So
no
there's no
Luke. No
Luke,
nothing.
I am your father. There's no that. It's no, I am your father.
Yes,
But see,
it's
even
just I am
fucking,
your father.
but James Earl Jones said that it's Luke, I am your father.
No,
He
it's not
said that.
there.
So,
There's I am
dude,
your father. Here, let me
how do
see if I
you
can
remember
pull.
it though? How do you remember it?
And it's one of those things where I never even thought about it until it was brought to my attention.
Okay, I got one for you. I got one for you. Motherfucking one of your paisanos from Cuba, Desi Arnaz, right?
Okay.
What's one of the biggest things that they always quote him saying?
The one at Lucy, I'm home, which
Lucy,
are
you have some splaining to do.
oh yes, that one. Yes, that's what it is.
Never said it. Never said it.
No shit.
Yeah. All
And,
right.
and,
How about that?
okay, for those listening who don't know what the Mandela effect is,
Yes, please do.
okay, basically it's a memory that you have wrong. You've remembered it your whole life wrong, but it's not just you; it's everyone has had this group memory that is just wrong. Okay, and that can again going back to that simulation theory. How is this happening? Like it got the name because people thinking that Mandela had died in like the 90s while he was in prison, which
Right.
never actually happened.
Right.
Uh,
Now, see, I remember Mandela not dying in prison. I remember
mhm,
Mandela coming out of prison and fucking, becoming president and all that good shit. I remember it was a big deal. But
mhm.
I'm telling you, I got sucked into this shit because the Bearstein Bears, that was the first one that sucked me in. But
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
one
that's a
for
big
you.
one.
Here's another big one. The Bible. Apparently, in the Bible, there's a verse about the sheep will lay down with the wolf or something like that.
Mhm.
Well, apparently it's not that. It's not correct. Let me give you the correct quote. And what is that the correct quote? I got my wife in here. You know what? Come in here real quick, honey. And wife, Cruz. What do you think about the Mandela effect?
What do I think of it?
Yeah. Is it real? What do you think?
Yeah. Real.
Wow, then that's great fucking intellectual.
See, some of us, we pause and we breathe when we talk. We don't just go off on like spewing out information in some big rant.
Whatever, go.
Let's pause for effect. Can I say? There's not a lot of room here. Scoot your ass over.
Go ahead. So anyway, this is Miss Linda.
Miss Linda. I'm a school teacher now. What were you guys saying about the Mandela
Cruz,
effect?
go ahead, bro.
Okay, I think we're explaining the Mandela effect, like, and how does this even happen that so many people remember things that are so like, how does everyone remember this same thing wrong? I'm actually looking at one right now. Wow, this one surprised me. Snow White. She's looking at the mirror. It's not mirror. I've always said it, mirror, mirror on the wall. It's actually magic mirror on the wall. And we've all just been saying mirror, mirror on the wall.
That's some motherfucking bullshit, Lotto.
See, calm down.
That one fucking.
That one, and then the Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Star Wars.
Luke, I am your father. Yeah, he never. Yeah. And I actually watched it again just this weekend too. So I was.
Well, you saw the interview with James Earl Jones, and he even talks about it, and he quotes it. Like he says, "Luke, I am your father," and there apparently it's no.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. He was the one who said it, and he misremembered it. Like, it's fucking. I just pulled up. I'm like, while we're here, I pulled up like a bunch of them, and one of them was like Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes was spelled Tunes, not Toons.
I know, dude. There's a lot of them. So, but the theory behind that is what? That there's like parallel universes that are colliding.
Oh, right. Okay, so I haven't heard that one. Like, that's good though.
Yeah,
I just looked up the Mandela effect. I haven't looked at the other causes of it like that. I didn't see that one.
Negro, you're supposed to be on your computer looking this up.
So here's one that's really interesting. So Sally Fields, it's her name. There's something with like her name doesn't have an S at the end. It's Sally Field. So
it's just Sally Field.
Yeah, and her brother works for, I think it's called CERNA, and they're this company that does scientific stuff like that, where they're trying to do time traveling, and they're like, there's all that stuff. Her brother actually works for that company. And yeah, it's that. And then her quote, you like me, you really, really like me. That one is misquoted now. Apparently, it's part of the Mandela effect.
Yeah, apparently she doesn't say, you like me, you really, really like. No, she says, you really like me. It's like, it's all changed, bro.
Yeah.
What, dude? So do me a quick favor. I'm going to give y'all a quick fucking, a quick thing while he looks up the Mandela effect, all right?
I'm getting crushed.
All right, so check this out, man.
Did you guys already talk about the simulation?
Yeah, we talked some of the simulation theory. Why, you got something about the simulation theory?
No, I don't know. You acted last week like you never heard of it, and I've been telling you we're living in a simulation. I've sent you pictures of like, why am I seeing the sun over here on both the east and the west? The sun's fucking setting on both sides. Remember when I sent you that shit?
I don't understand.
I'm like, why am I seeing it happen?
No,
I'm like,
that was retarded. That fucking was retarded.
Retarded.
Okay, so she sent me a meme.
Literally what I was looking at in the parking lot.
There's no way you can see the fucking sun in the east and the west at the same time. It's just impossible.
Because we're living in a simulation. They fucked up.
You're gonna tell me we're living in a fucking solar.
The only thing, if it's true we're living in a simulation, I'm just pissed that somebody didn't change the fucking percentage, the data that makes it so fucking hard to lose weight. Because if this is a virtual,
well, you know what? If
hey, maybe they made it easier. Maybe they actually made it easier. In real world, it's hard.
Right. All right, what do you got?
Mandela effect. A lot of these are kind of dumb. I don't really like some of these, but the Looney Tunes one, Jif and Jiffy for peanut butter.
This motherfucker, didn't I just ask them to look up what is causing the Mandela effects?
You were doing research over the weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was stupid. I was listening to you guys. I was listening to that and
I didn't see.
Looking at different different examples. I'm so interested in like the examples, honestly. Like,
Dude, the
how
examples are fucking retardedly crazy, dude. I'm telling you, the Bible verse one, it threw a lot of people off, especially the one lady I work
not
with.
even the one, the sheep will lay with the
Mhm.
lion in that one, but the Lord's Prayer.
Oh, dude, do you know the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How's it start? God, I'm drawing a blank right
Our
now.
Lord, for art in heaven, blah blah blah, hallowed be thy name.
Yeah, hallowed be thy name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does he say, forgive us our trespasses, or what is the other one?
It's forgive us our debts.
Or forgive us our debts.
I thought it was trespasses.
Not anymore.
It's debts.
Is it debts?
Apparently
It's
so.
debts. However,
Holy shit! They even made a movie.
they did do the rosary at my grandpa's funeral. We did say trespasses. We didn't say debts.
Or is it trespass against us?
No,
somewhere in there.
Nah, dude.
I'm getting all my fucking shit mixed.
Y'all are not prepared for this.
We're fucking 13 Bravos.
Hey, this was a lot of stuff to take in.
Yeah, it is.
Dude. And I mean, there's probably people listening to us like, why are these idiots trying to fucking talk about goddamn shit that they have no idea about? Look, yeah, we're not 13 Deltas. Got it. But he was smart enough to go recruiting. So he has to have a fucking brain. All right. So here's the way everybody remembers it. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass us against us. All right. Apparently, the new one is, where the fuck did it go, piece of shit? Not trying to be blasphemous. Damn, I can't find it, bro. Anyway, the new one says, forgive us our debts as we forgive those who indebted us, maybe. I don't fucking know. It's like
Really?
It's a bank. I mean, what the fuck?
How is that even? How do we
Right?
get something like that wrong? That's a big one.
Yeah, dude.
So, okay. So I got this here about your parallel universes.
All right.
Okay. So basically, so it's apparently saying that it's a memory or something that happened in a different universe. Like if we basically had a multiverse, there's been occurs in reality. So basically, we're having memories of stuff that happened in alternate universes.
Right.
And so, but then, even though here it didn't happen in a different universe, it did happen that Nelson Mandela died in the 1990s in prison, something like that. And it's just kind of coming together, kind of warping together.
Okay. So it's like the Rick and Morty shit. Where something happened along those lines. But then that means we have different dimensions, right?
That's actually a scientific theory that we do have dimensions in different universes.
Leading into something else, and I don't remember what the name of it. Okay, so let's say if you go back in the past, okay, this is a whole nother thing. We talked about the time travel.
Do this.
Some other stuff I've kind of looked at is, let's say you went back in the past and you changed something. When you went back to but here's the thing. When you go back to your timeline, nothing will have been changed.
Right.
Because you didn't change anything. You just created an alternate reality where things played out differently.
They explain that in Avengers.
Oh, yeah, they do that in Avengers. Yeah.
And then
fucking nerds.
I forgot about that is something in Avengers.
Why don't you step aside? Cruz and I will talk.
Because you're a woman.
It's actually something used a lot in comic continuity and some other stuff. Like that's kind of a big thing. Like you're not actually changing anything. You're just creating a different timeline.
Right.
All right, hold up. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, all right?
He doesn't understand.
I don't watch fucking comic books. There was only one comic book hero that I loved, and that was Cable. And he came from the future. And I don't even want to get into
It's funny, yeah. It's funny you would say Cable, because he was actually born in the present, raised in the future, then brought back to the past.
Stop it. My mind is exploding.
But Deadpool 2, that one goes off of that theory that you can change your past, because that's how he saved that was the whole purpose of him going back.
Oh yeah, when they saved the boy, when they decided not to kill the boy at the end. Yeah.
I just watched it yesterday.
So meanwhile, back in the fucking ranch, Mandela effect. So could the Mandela effect and the motherfucking simulation theory go hand in hand?
I think so. Like maybe they're just maybe there was a change. Maybe they decided to make a change to the system, kind of the matrix, whatnot.
Right.
Or maybe there were, like you said earlier, there were multiple simulations. And right now that is just something based off some old programming from the previous simulation. And that's why we have that memory of it being different.
I like that,
So
dude.
is that why Apple requires so many damn updates so often?
Womp, womp.
I don't know. I'm not a slave to the Apple system.
Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't know what Apple is, babe.
You're not part of the cool kids club?
No,
I'm all Android.
The reason of the green bubble. So
like, I like to be an outsider. I walk alone. All right. I'm not a slave to the system.
He's a green bubble.
Oh no.
Yeah. So the fucking trifecta has a goddamn glitch in it.
I will never go Apple. Yeah. I will never go Apple.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things I could say right now, but I'm not going to.
I like to control my own life. Go ahead.
Well, apparently you're not in control.
It's all.
I'm not.
So, dude, that leads me to something else now. So, these are all going to tie in together, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So, aliens are programming us as simulations. All right. So let's say aliens are controlling it, right? So that means that we're all programmed. We're already destined to do what we're going to do regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until they put all control delete. Now, why would then they inject us with these thoughts of free will? Like right now, we're having thoughts that normally we wouldn't be thinking of if we were programmed, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
so I think because nobody wants to be told what to do. And sometimes you've seen this, I know I've seen this in like movies or other things, but sometimes you want someone to think that it's their idea. So you plant little seeds, same way you would want someone else to think it was their idea, so they would be more likely to go along with it if they think that they made the decision. It's kind of like
Inception.
Doing, an indirect counseling,
kind of like marriage,
where you're kind of you're not giving them the solution, you're helping them work towards a solution, and in the end it is the solution you wanted anyway.
Right.
I think I could see it like that.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, do we have free will? Do you think we have free will?
I think so. I don't but I do know. So Sam Harris is a guy, he wrote a whole book on free will. Okay. Basically, the idea is it's not, even though we think it's free will, it's not free will, because every decision we make is based off our past experiences, things we've been around, what we've lived through, what we like, maybe things that we smell, whatever the case may be. All these past experiences and things that we've lived through has led to us making the decision that we made. Okay. And that is why it's not really free will. You're already destined to make that decision anyway. And let's say you make a decision because you know everything about your instincts say make this decision. So you make a different decision just to say you have free will. It's still not free will, because the only reason you made that decision was to go different from your past experiences, and it's still not what you wanted.
You're being preconditioned.
Okay.
Which is being conditioned. You're not making your choices. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, wife. Thank you for that was a good time with the wife here. Thank you.
It's because I'm taking his side?
No. So here's my thought.
All right, fine.
No, where are you going? You can leave if you want. I don't care. If y'all don't mind having her here, cool. Normally we don't have ladies on the gun line. I don't give a fuck what year it is. But anyways, so free will. Here's the thing about it, right? Free will. What you're saying, though, is rationalization. It's like you're rationalizing. You're using your past experience to make a fucking decision. That's called experience. That's what also divides us from the animal. Because we can rationalize.
No.
But we don't want to say it's not rationalized. It's being influenced. And when you're being influenced by those things, it's not really free will, because that decision was already made based off things you've lived through.
You just use like this separates us from the animals, the conditioning, when a fucking dog is what Pavlov used for fucking conditioning. Like,
okay. This is why we keep them on the fucking kitchen.
Because we prove.
See what happens when we let them vote?
Like, dumb.
You let them vote, and this is what happens. So Here's the thing, y'all.
He's not got to.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
Oh my fucking! Hold on, my AirPod just fell out.
All right, baby. Thank you, Ben, for being here and giving us your thoughts and ideas, and reminding us why we keep women off the gun line.
These are my sons. I can't break these. I'm gonna have to fucking
Shit.
buy them a new set for Christmas or something.
All right, so free will. When I think of free will, I think of fucking the Bible. All right, this is what I think of: that God gave us free will, right?
Mm-hmm.
To do whatever the fuck we wanted. So, but when I think about that, if we're given free will to do whatever the fuck we wanted, then why are we told we got to follow these guidelines? That's no longer free will, right?
Okay, I think okay, you're right. So it's not free will, and that's how you put in a biblical sense. Okay, it is free will because yeah, you are given guidelines, and you're making a decision to live a good life and to bypass whatever vices you may have
Okay.
to do the right thing. And I think that's why you were given free will and you were given rules
Okay. So,
because you
go
make the
ahead.
decision on to follow those rules to be a good person or not.
But according to you, I'm not going to make those decisions freely because I've conditioned myself by past experiences that just I don't know, dude. It
Okay.
just go ahead,
Okay,
break it down.
we can't in any of the things we're talking about today, we can't mix religion with it.
Okay,
Because once you
sweet.
mix religion, it's a different thing, you know?
All right, so let's take religion out of it. Free will. So you're saying that this dude Sam Harris said that our free will is just basically an illusion because
Yes.
all it is are just preconditioned notions or experiences that we had that
Yes.
lead us to making that decision.
Yeah, and you're not even really aware. It's like an unconscious thing that you're doing.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that, man.
I don't know. Hey, he's smarter than we are, but I'm not saying he's right because him and other smart people argue this stuff.
Right. I mean, what's
Listen,
the counter?
I-
What's the counterpoint onto them though? Like, what's the
the
counter
counterpoint
argument?
is, you're wrong. I don't know
That's
what
all
the
they got.
No, I just made a decision to pick this up. Or did I make a decision to pick up this shoe because I was trying to prove a point? And the reason I picked up the shoe is because the shoe, so it wasn't really free will. I was just trying to prove a point to you. And based off my personality and the way I do things, my initial reaction would be to make a joke and say I decided to pick up this foot or this shoe, not foot. So
Nigga said a foot. It was a shoe, y'all. Just so you know, it's fucking shit.
yeah, shoe. I don't know why the fuck I said foot, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I just started thinking about combat locked
Compact.
and
Gotta
popcorn.
kill one bird with two stones. You know, sometimes that's how it's got to be done.
You seen that movie Munchie?
Munchie. I completely forgot about that until you brought that one back to my attention. Munchie.
Oh my god, there's a lot of inside jokes going on here, y'all. Unless you were in first platoon, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, but yeah, dude. Free will. I mean, I just think that free will is something that we do have. I've been watching this show, dude. I Am a Killer on Netflix. I don't know if you've caught that yet. You know, that one trips me out. It's like how these people go out and kill these people, you know, and almost seem like they have no fucking remorse about what they're doing. And yet they're caught, like they try to tell you the story of how it occurred. But then when you see the other side of it, it's complete bullshit, but they're so convincing, you know. So are they killing out of free will? Are they murdering out of free will?
It's funny you would bring that up because an article I was just reading for the free will, actually, they were talking about a murderer,
Okay.
about a triple homicide where these two guys broke into a house, killed the Oh, is it time to eat? All right, we'll make this.
This will be the last one we talk about.
Okay. So they tie up the husband, bust his head up. He actually ends up surviving. They rape the mom, kill her, strangle her, catch the house on fire, leave the kids upstairs to die. Okay. And one of the things they were bringing, like, why'd you do this? Well, why'd you do that? He's like, well, I don't know. I just didn't think of it. Well, why did you Why did you make the decision to burn the house? Why did you make the decision to do that once you just go? And they didn't really have a reason. Like, well, I just didn't think about it. I just did it. Why'd you leave the kids upstairs to die when you put the house on fire? I don't know. It didn't cross my mind to get them. Why'd you burn the house? I don't know. I just kind of, at that time, it seemed like the right thing to do. Burn the house down.
But so it just, are they wired differently then? I mean, I don't get it. It's just, look, we're not fucking, we don't have DRs in front of our names. All right. We don't have DRs in front of our names. Obviously we don't have lab coats. And we just basically talk whatever the fuck we read. So
how many times have you done something stupid? And whenever somebody asks you why you did it, they're like, I don't know why I did it. At that moment, I just did it.
Yeah. I just felt like it was right to do.
Yeah.
Dude, it's because I was programmed to do that.
That's exactly right. By the
aliens. Yep. By the
whoever
aliens.
it is.
We're in a world within a world within a world.
Within another world. It's wild out here.
Dude, it's a fucking trip, man. I mean, it's definitely something. Obviously, it's interesting to talk about. And I'm sorry that I took some away from it because I wanted to talk about the fucking awards and recruiting. But because I think this is definitely something we need to hit on more. But I'm gonna give you one, dude. I'm gonna give you one before we call it a day. And maybe we could just hit this topic next week, just this one topic. And you know something's gonna come up again afterward. Actually, I'm lying. Next midweek memo, I have someone coming in. I'll talk to you about this afterwards. But I got a Smoke from Smoke Survival Guide is supposed to be coming on. So to do a round 2, because the first one he was pretty sick and didn't go very well for him.
You have the COVID?
Huh?
You have the COVID?
Oh no, he didn't have the Rona.
Did he have the COVID?
Probably. I don't know, man.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Everything's Rona now. No one gets regular sick.
Nah, man. Everybody dies of the Rona. Oh, he got hit by a car. It was caused by the Rona. He was going to go buy medication for the Rona, so it's Rona related. Likely. But yeah, dude, let me ask you this. Where do we go when we sleep? Are we dreaming right now in our real world, and this is the dream, or when we sleep and dream, is that the real world? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's deja fucking vu, dude.
Okay. Is that now, or are we saving that for later?
We're gonna save that for the next fucking conversation we have here at Gunline.
Well, next conversation we have, I want to bring it back to this too. The next conversation, and anyone else can throw in on this who's listening and get on Facebook. Whenever you call the fucking customer service and an Indian person answers the phone.
Oh. Thank you for calling. My name is Billy. How can I help you? First of all, Patouche, your name is not Billy. All right, dude.
Hey, they're super nice, but we're gonna talk about this next time. They're super nice, but never that helpful. They can't do anything. Can't do fucking anything for you.
And they try to upsell everything, bro. And you know what? I love y'all people. I'm glad that America, they sent these jobs for Americans over to you all so they could pay you at $3 a fucking hour versus paying over here, real Americans who need these goddamn jobs. Thank you, corporate America, for doing that. But your name is not Cynthia.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. It wasn't just Obama. It's fucking capitalism too. You think about it, but there's no penalties for these motherfuckers.
No. Have you not seen the thanks? Have you not seen a thanks Obama? Have you seen the thanks Obama memes?
Yes, you're right. Everything is Obama's fault. That was a good way, but that was a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Your job's gonna get fucking transferred over, and I'm gonna have a fucking Hindu. You know what, dude? I just thought about something. 10 years on the gun line. I don't remember ever serving with a fucking Indian.
No, never. Not a single time.
What the fuck, dude?
No, wait, I did. No, wait, I did. My first sergeant in Germany when I first got there for like 6 months.
What was his name?
Baldeo.
Okay.
That was it. And that motherfucker, he could turn it on. I tell you what, I got some stories about that dude. He'd flip the fuck out.
Dude,
But,
quick story since we're talking. I think there was one Indian guy, and he was the commandant at or he was the first sergeant over there at in SLC, I think it was, or ALC. I think it was ALC. SLC? ALC. It was ALC. I think. Yeah, it was ALC when I went to there to BNOC Phase 2. And anyway, so I'm fucking hungover as shit, still possibly drunk from the night before. And you gotta remember, I'm coming from Colorado to fucking Fort Sill, so I lost an hour of sleep. And anyway, I was fucking shit faced the night before, bro. I mean, I got fucking trashed. Anyways, I'm falling asleep during the briefing, the in brief, day 0. All right. Yeah. And all of a sudden I hear somebody might want to wake up Staff Sergeant Lopez. Now, and they were like, "You want to stand up, Staff Sergeant Lopez?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." Dude, I thought it was
You said what?
I said, "No, I'm good."
Oh God.
Yeah, Smoke Mondragon, I think his name was, the Sergeant First Class. He took me out there and rode my ass. They could have kicked me out of class that day because I was still fucking trash, dude. All I got was it was a council statement. So I got
surprise. I hope they showed up drunk somewhere.
Dude, I could have got kicked out that day. Dude, you know what killed me though? Because of that fucking initial counseling statement, that first one, I was taken out of being out of any awards and shit like that, right? Like I couldn't get honor grad, I couldn't get distinguished honor grad, nothing like that, right?
See, that's weird. I can't relate because I was distinguished honor grad at BNOC. So
well, some of us had lives.
Relate.
Some of us actually had lives and partied. All right. I took beer knock seriously. Okay. When I was told it was beer knock, I took it as beer knock. So
yeah. Anyways, apparently.
No, I mean, I passed all my fucking tests, bro. First time goes, everything. Besides, you were recruiting, guy. Who the fuck?
No, I was 13 Bravo.
Recruiting.
I was 13 Bravo. 13 Bravo BNOC.
Really? You went there? Okay. Who was your instructors?
So one was a Puerto Rican dude. The civilian was a Puerto Rican dude. The other guy, black dude, I can't remember his name, but everyone called his nickname on the Gunline used to be Radio. Because he looked like Radio he looked like Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wait, what year did you go?
2009.
Okay, see, I didn't go to BNOC Phase 2 until 2010 when I got back from Osaka.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was 2009 when I went.
I'm lying, 2011. Some of us were deploying still, so yeah, we couldn't go.
I just got back from a deployment. Hey, look, I got back from a deployment. I got back from the deployment, WLC, board, all of a sudden the order for BNOC. Like, okay, This is what we're doing.
Dude, did you go see? I missed BNOC Phase 1 and Phase 2. Those were cool things. Now it's all I think just one, and you do SSD and shit like that. But anyway, we're moving on to another topic. We're gonna keep going. I know you got dinner to go to. Anyways, next time we sit down and shoot the shit on the gun line, we're gonna be discussing fucking dreams and what the fuck is going on with them. Especially when I'm having nightmares. And bro, I'm hitting with all my fucking strength, and all I hear is
nothing happens.
Yeah,
dude. It just stops when it gets there.
Yes. Oh, fuck. So we're gonna talk about that.
We keep on rambling on. My wife's gonna she's gonna ground me from the gun line. Okay.
All right. Yeah, we know how it is. All right, man. Hey, it was good being on here with you, brother. I appreciate you being here as usual. Make sure you guys catch us on this weekend. I'll be hanging out with Sanchez. He'll be shooting the shit this weekend with us here on the gun line. Make sure you come on down. So Cruz is getting the stink eye. With that said, love, peace, and hair grease. Rounds complete and the mission. Gunline out. Bye, y'all.